3 years since the world officially returned to normal. We took off the mask. We started hugging, laughing, and breathing again. But today, if you walk through certain blocks in this city, you will see people like me. I'm putting my back on, and I'm still it with industrial type. Not a single gap left. No, it's not a new virus. A virus only attacks your lungs. What I'm handing from today will destroy your career, your marriage, and that carefully punished reputation you have spent 20 years building. Do you smell it? The sense in the air. It's fresh baked bread. The sweetness of wheat, the heat, the sweetness of the wheat, the heat of caramel sugar. It smelled of childhood. It smelled of the home. But today, in this city, the smells a death sentence. It's termed with a technically called poor life. They wanted to create the ultimate stress relief fragrance. They chose the sense of warm bread because it's the most realizing single in the human brain. But sometimes when around in the lab, the molecule do just relax you, leave past your logic, and paralyze the social filter in your frontal lobe. They bypass your logic and paralyze the social filter in your frontal lobe. Simple put, if you breathe in, you lose the ability to lie. Whatever is in your head comes straight out your mouth. No filters, no pointless, just a brutal, naked truth. My neighbor, Charlie, was the first one I saw go enter. Charlie is the ultimate nice guy, always smiling, always helping with the trash. That morning, he was walking toward his wife, baking in the warm, bright apologize and ask him, "Honey, do I look pretty?" Normally, Charlie would say, "Your goodness," but today Charlie took a deep breath of the softer air, smiled, and said, "No, that just makes you look at a bloated purple trash bag. Also, your cooking is terrible. I've been secretly feeding your dinners to the dog for 10 years. The apocalypse isn't come from zombies, it's from honesty." I grabbed my mask and ran toward the office. It was like watching a documentary on every street corner. I didn't pull you over for spending. I didn't pull you over for spending. I pulled you over because I'm having a bad day and I wanted to feel superior to someone poorer than me. And the driver yelled back, "Well, joke's on you. I bought the lessons from a guy in a basement. I don't even know where the brakes are." The office was a disaster, so how is you, a man who used the word synergy 50 times a day, was standing in the lobby, breathing incense drifting from the meditation. He looked at the board of directors and said, "I don't care about our version. I'm trying to dump my stocks before the company collapsed last year, so I can buy a private island. And you, old man, should look so shocked. You're greater than I am." The air was filled with delicious scent of toasted wheat, and the floor was covered in the wreckage of human relationships. You realize then the civilization is just a thin layer of polite silence. When you build the bike, we all just terrified animals. I hid in the pantry, pressing the mask against my face until it hurt. I was the only one in the building who hadn't spoken yet. Then Mark walked in. Mark is my rival. We've been fighting for the same promotion for 6 months. He was right under the influence. His face was flushed, his eyes glassy. He leaned against the counter and laughed. "You know," he said, "I once delayed your fails just to make you look bad. But honestly, I'm so tired. I don't even want this job. I just want to move the countryside and grow tomatoes." He looked at me, his eyes searching mine. "What about you? What person are you hiding behind that mask? Do you hate me as much as I hate myself?" At the moment, the tap on my cheek started to peel away. The sweat has loosened the glue. A tiny wisp of the bread scent touched my nose. My heart harmed. I feel this massive urge to scream, to confess, to tell him, "Yes, I do hate you, but I hate the wish of myself that tries to beat you even more." But I didn't take off I use my last bit of strings to slap another layer of tape over the cap, and Aaron. I ran off the madhouse of sincerity. Three hours later, the city spread a neutralizing agent. The smell vanished. People put their masks. They start apologizing, making excuses, pretending nothing happened. Charlie went back to complimenting his wife's dress. The CEO went back to talking about synergy. But I can't look at them the same way anymore. Because I saw what was underneath. I know that everyone is Charlie's smell, and the mask is just a scared little boy. The scene comes back. Sometimes. Some call it a disaster. Some call it a cleansing. But let me ask you, if tomorrow the whole world smelled like fresh baked bread, are you ready for a world without lies?